What if I told you the Grand Canyon isn't just a hole in the ground? It's a portal through time. A mile below the canyon rim, when you finally reach the bottom, something extraordinary happens. The colorful layers of rock just suddenly disappear.
The rock here is dark, with ancient past as mysterious as North America.
Everything at the top of the canyon, along the rim there, that's sedimentary rock from ancient seas. But down at the bottom, that's Vishnu Basement Rock. This is rock that was buried deep, on the order of 10 to 20 kilometers deep, at the roots of tectonic collisions building mountains taller than the Himalayas.
Wait, how did they end up on the surface?
That's the canyon's oldest secret. And to solve it, we need to go deep, all the way down to the bottom of the canyon.
Dig, dig, dig.
Oh, no, we're not going to dig. We're going to hike. We're also going to do it in July. Also, we already did it. So, when you hike into the Grand Canyon, you're walking backward through time. At the surface, those colorful layers at the rim, they're about 270 million years old. That's limestone and sandstone and shale. And each layer is like a page in Earth's history book.
That's still older than dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, just wait and see what happens when we go further. About a mile down, the story breaks.
It's like someone drew a line between two different worlds.
That's the Great Unconformity. Above it, those flat sedimentary rocks layered one on top of the other, 500 million years old. Below it, dark, twisted, crystalline rocks between 1.2 and 1.8 billion years old.
So there's 700 million years just missing.
Exactly. We explored that mystery in another video, but today we're focusing on what survived, because their story is even more dramatic.
If you search online, you'll find some pretty wild claims about ancient finds at the Grand Canyon. Egyptian tombs, giants, UFO bases.
But the real story, it's way more incredible. Honestly, who needs conspiracy tales when the natural world is so fantastic? The rocks at the bottom of the Grand Canyon here, they were buried 12 miles deep in the Earth's crust.
How'd they even get back up here?
Well, they were squeezed, they were heated up to about 700 degrees Celsius, folded like taffy, and then pierced by molten magma. Yeah, like that. All while continents smashed together in slow motion.
Scientists call them the Vishnu Basement Rocks. Let's meet them.
The Vishnu Basement Rocks aren't one rock. They're an ensemble spanning nearly 500 million years. And there are two main types. There's dark metamorphic schists and light color granite intrusions.
The most famous, Vishnu schist, started the volcanic ash and ocean sediment in an ancient sea on the earliest dots of land that would eventually become North America.
Yeah, they took a wild ride from that start to the bottom of this canyon. The first stop was tectonic collisions. Earth's crust folded them like crumpled paper and transformed them completely.
Metamorphic means transforming, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, except with rocks. Heat and pressure change their entire structure.
Oh, you're a butterfly.
No, I'm a moth. I'm going to ruin your clothes.
Oh, no. Stop. Around 1.75 billion years ago, volcanic island chains that were something like modern-day Japan, they crashed into the growing North American continent in a series of orogenies.
That's a fancy word for mountain building.
Most notably, the Havapite orogeny wielded new crust onto the early parts of North America. Now, as these islands collided, molten rock forced its way through the cracks in the schist, forming these pink granite intrusions that you see today.
So those pink streaks are frozen magma?
Yeah, like lightning captured in stone.
Cool.
But these basement rocks, they hold one final secret. Evidence of the very first collision that started building North America.
Wait, there's something even older down here?
The oldest rock in the entire Grand Canyon is here. And most people, they just float right past it without even knowing. Meet the Elves Chasm Pluton, a 1.84 billion year old rock. And it's hidden near River Mile 115, where a waterfall creates a beautiful emerald pool surrounded by ferns.
It looks like a secret oasis.
Yeah, it is. And that light-colored granite beneath the waterfall, it formed when a microcontinent, a chunk of crust smaller than Australia, collided with ancient North America. Think of it as Earth's construction project, building North America one collision at a time, starting more than a billion years ago.
Wait, so if these rocks formed 12 miles underground, how are we looking at them now?
Well, after their creation, these basement rocks were buried under miles of younger layers for millions and millions of years. Slowly, those layers eroded away.
Then, the Colorado Plateau rose like a massive elevator, lifting over a mile in elevation. But the river went the opposite way, cutting everything down.
Exactly. And now uplift was a long process, but around 5 to 6 million years ago, the river started cutting faster, exposing the ancient rocks.
So the bottom of the canyon is basically Earth's basement, and the river carved a skylight right into it.
Perfect analogy. We are standing at a window to deep time. So what's at the bottom of the Grand Canyon? Well, not a lost civilization, but the foundation of one. These rocks were the roots of ancient mountains, the crust beneath forming continents, the deep furnace where North America began.
This might be the oldest thing you'll ever touch.
Probably. These Vishnu rocks, they've seen 1.8 billion sunrises on our planet. They've survived everything Earth could throw at them. Heat and pressure and time. And now they sit exposed, telling the story of Earth's first continents.
The next time you look into the Grand Canyon, remember, the colorful layers are just a cover. The real story begins when they vanish at the bottom.
So what Earth mystery should we explore next?
The formation of the Rockies, ancient supercontinents. There's a lot of fun wonders just outside our door.
It's true. Which one are you dying to explore? Tell us in the comments. Oh, and if you're wondering whatever happened to those 700 million missing years of the Grand Canyon, watch this right here.